Today on Offbeat Eats, it's all about cheese. Join me as we head to our nation's capital for grown-up grilled cheeses. Get schooled by mac and cheese in Oakland and try some of the cheesiest dishes I've ever had in Seattle.
I'm Jim Stacy. I'm no fancy chef. I'm just a guy that knows how to cook. I know how to eat and how to have fun.
I'm gonna take a nap. That's too much philosophy.
I'm headed off the beaten path to find rebel chefs that are making innovative food all across America.
Hush, you had me at cheese.
Not at the tourist traps, but at places that only I can take you. Today is an adventure in cheese with 3 restaurants that have reinvented the most hallowed of all comfort foods, cheese. From the penultimate grilled cheese to artisan macaroni and cheese and piles of cheese in between. I can't wait to get started, and neither can she.
In the seat of democracy, there's a restaurant that's crafting new legislation in the production of grilled cheese. That place is GCDC, or Grilled Cheese DC.
If you're looking for a grilled cheese revolution, and who isn't, you don't need to look any further than GCDC, a 42-seat eatery a stone's throw from the White House.
This place is like an adult twist to your favorite snacks growing up. Everybody loves grilled cheese.
They bring it to a new level with the various different kinds of cheese. This is the major league. They're batting it out of the park.
The mad scientists behind GCDC's menu are father and son duo Bruce and Steve Flores. They develop each recipe after hundreds of hours experimenting in a grilled cheese lab they set up in a basement.
We just tested sandwich after sandwich after sandwich, all of them Steven's recipes.
It makes sense that this cheese revolution is happening a few blocks from the White House. After all, the White House has a storied past with cheese, and GCDC has a mural that tells it all.
So in 1837, a New York dairy farmer who was trying to get some legislation passed delivered a 1,400-pound block of cheese by horseback, and he left it in the lobby.
So they wheeled it outside?
They wheeled it outside. They told people in Washington, D.C. that they were having a cheese party. There were 1,200 pounds left, and they ate it in 2 hours.
It's crazy.
2 hours.
So what's your best seller?
Probably what a lunchtime sandwich is a carbonara. So if you look at the lunch menu, we have a Greek grilled cheese, an Asian grilled cheese.
Asian grilled cheese. What's on that? Kimchi, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is kimchi, Korean marinated roast beef.
Grilled cheese sounds simple, but GCDC's gourmet creations aren't anything but.
I head to the kitchen with Steve to cook up their short rib grilled cheese. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm just gonna get this guy out of here and throw some seasoning on it. So now we're just gonna give it a quick sear on both sides. While this is going, I'm gonna shred up some King Cut Gruyere.
Try a little piece of that.
Yeah, go for it. We shred all of our cheese for melting reasons.
It's not super sharp, really earthy,
Right.
really smooth. You can already tell that it's got a low oil content, so it's
Right.
not gonna get greasy.
We're gonna move to the next step here. Get our pressure cooker out. I'm just gonna start with a basic mirepoix.
Onions, carrots, celery.
We'll drop the short rib. Carry a lot of fresh herbs in house. There's really no substitute for that.
No, none at all.
And we're basically just
whole
gonna cover
bottle?
it line. Just enough to cover it, really.
Looks like we're just gonna take the whole thing.
Might as well. Might as well.
Perfect.
And we cook it on about medium for close to 2 hours. This is when you get that great fragrance.
Yeah, that bay is really strong, and you're getting your rosemary, kind of like pot roast at Mom's kind of smell. Really warm and earthy. Take it down. I'm gonna try a little piece of it.
It really just falls apart. You could do this with the fork.
Wow, that's beautiful.
We're gonna butter.
Of course we are.
We're gonna do a nice layer of this King Cut Gruyere. Then we're gonna add our short rib.
Dang, man, that looks good.
Next, we're gonna add our onions. Next step is we have a horseradish blue cheese dressing.
Beautiful.
Next, we're gonna finish it.
And a little bit of cheese.
Of course. This is gonna cook at about 500 degrees for 1:45 minutes.
Wow, look at there. We're gonna plate it on one of these slates?
Yes, sir.
I love that.
I'm gonna cut it in half too. So here we have short rib grilled cheese at GCDC.
Awesome. Let's tear into this. Wow. That bread is perfect. The butter on it, that Gruyere is a perfect pairing for it. It's got crispy on the corners, so you get a bunch of crunch in it. Those onions come through, and I'm getting horseradish.
That next bite's gonna be the best one.
Oh, man, good job.
Thank you.
There's Gruyere in there, because I could tell.
It's rich.
Yeah, it is rich.
Very rich.
Yeah.
The onions are delicious. They're very sweet and perfectly cooked.
What's your favorite part of that sandwich, you think?
It's all about the cheese.
When cheese is in your restaurant's name, you've got to take it seriously. And at GCDC, the chief of cheese is Sophie, their cheesemonger. And their hand-pulled mozzarella is at the core of their popular Mediterranean grilled cheese.
Dude, let's make some cheese.
Okay, so I'm starting with the curds. Now we're gonna salt. So now I'm pouring water on top. It's 190 degrees. And then this is the hard part. You have to just let it chill. So
Yeah.
I put my spoon on top so I don't get,
So you don't mess with it?
too anxious. If you wouldn't mind buttering
Awesome.
some
Beautiful.
olive bread. Perfect.
Old butter hand is what they called me.
So next we're going to cut our feta, and then we're gonna crumble this. Now, we go back to our mozzarella. We're basically gonna let it stretch itself.
There is nothing that beats this either. It's like,
No, it's so good.
what's great about this too is when you start off with good dairy, I mean, you taste it immediately, because when you're going for the bottom line by feeding rations to an animal, you end up with that product. And if you do it the way the animal was intended, you end up with this product.
The show just got so real.
I'm gonna take a nap. That's too much philosophy. All right.
So we're gonna add our fresh mozzarella, get some roasted red peppers, and then marinated artichoke hearts. This is gonna go in for about 1:30. Here we go.
Wow,
It's pretty.
look at that. Oh.
Wow, that was impressive.
Beautiful. Man, that olive bread is
So good.
awesome.
Yeah.
That feta is beautiful in there. That gorgeous mozzarella is dead on. I mean, it's bright, it's creamy, it's salty. Even it's sweet in a way with your roasted peppers. This might be my favorite one so far.
This is my favorite one too.
You got the Mediterranean,
The Mediterranean.
How about that, huh?
The bread, the olive bread.
But olive bread is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Mozzarella's fresh. It's a really good combination because the olives are like a strong taste and then the cheese is a strong taste too, but they're not overpowering.
Now that I've laid down the proper cheese base with 2 awesome grilled cheese sandwiches, I need a little dessert, and GCDC has me covered. We're about to go from grilled cheese to chilled cheese.
Hungry.
I'm here in the District of Columbia, and I couldn't be any more enamored with GCDC's grown-up takes on a childhood favorite. So imagine my surprise when I heard about their ice cream sandwich made with cold cream cheese ice cream sandwiched between warm cinnamon French toast. That's right, GCDC's revolution even extends to dessert, and the mastermind behind it is partner Doug Abatije.
This is actually a pretty simple recipe. We take low-fat cream cheese. We will be blending this with heavy cream, and then all we have to do at this point is just sweeten it. It's a nice velvety texture.
That's what I'm looking for, is the velvety texture.
This is good to go. Now we are going to make a caramel sauce. We're going to use butter. We're going to add brown sugar at this point.
Looks like the old school Bananas Foster
Exactly.
station. I'm so
It's one of
sucker for
my-
that every time I see it. I'm like, oh yes, a Bananas Foster station.
We're going to add heavy cream now to this. Now we can add that vanilla bean.
That already is smelling incredible.
Then we're going to add some bourbon to it. So you're a bourbon drinker?
I'll drink anything, doesn't drink me first.
Next, Doug pours the sauce on top of fresh apples and lets it reduce.
While this is reducing, we're going to start making our French toast. In this recipe, I have cinnamon, vanilla bourbon, granulated sugar, and egg yolks. We're going to go in here.
That looks good. Look, it's
This guy is done.
coming together really nicely.
The apple and caramel goes into the ice cream mixture, and then it's time to chill it for 4 hours.
So this is our done ice cream.
That's awesome.
Take our French toast out.
Wow, look at there.
To assemble, Doug cuts the ice cream into squares and places it on French toast. He tops it with a caramel sauce.
The only thing we have to do is for you and me to tear into this.
Exactly.
Wow, your caramel is outstanding. Great bourbon in it. Ice cream is fluffy. The apples are coming through. Overall, it's not too crazy sweet.
No, that's not. And you still taste the cheese.
Man, good job. I really love the cream cheese ice cream.
I really like it.
Perfect amount of crunch.
This is definitely above the bar ice cream sandwiches, just like they're doing with the grilled cheese.
I got grilled cheese and I got chilled cheese, but the folks at GCDC weren't done yet.
Before you leave, we have a little gift to take home. You ready?
My own giant cheese. Perfect. Yeah, I know exactly where I'm going to take this guy. Hey, guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye. Our nation's capital is full of folks that think they're the big cheese, but they'd be wrong, because that title goes to GCDC.